In these unique times, AgostoAllElite can make a difference. Please buy our custom merch today at AgostoAllElite store on bonfire.com. You could buy our merch with a 20% off with the code Augusto Big Sale. So come on to AgostoAllElite store at Bonfire to get our merch. And it's 20% off, so hurry up and go get it now. Hello, welcome to AgostoAllElite podcast on this Saturday. We got a lot of things to do. We're here to cover Elevation, Dark, Dynamite, Rampage. We got some big topics, including the Elite versus CM Punk incident during the media scrum. We are going to talk about that. Plus, the other topics, they're going to be equally as good as well, so stay tuned for it. Alright, here's some shout-outs. Shout out to Britt Baker. Happy birthday, Britt Baker. It's a late birthday, Britt Baker. Her birthday is on a Thursday. And I want to say happy birthday, late birthday, Britt Baker. If you ever listen to this podcast. And anyway, let's start with Elevation. Julia Hart versus Alice Crawley. We got Crawley from the Midwest, U.S. Is anyone from the Midwest? Anyway, she was the poor victim of the heart of Julia tonight. Crawley started heavy hands corner, but Hart quickly threw her to the ground. Hit a moonsault, had a near fall. Potentially ended in 10 early and hit a super kick. Referee got a little scared of Hart and won. At the nerve super kick, the Heartless Glock gave Hart her 13 straight win and 16 in her last 18 wins. So, Julia Hart wins. My thoughts on how they're going to use her going forward after Malachi Black is taking a break. Is taking a mental break. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much a Tony Khan issue. Anyway, we have Josh Wood, Nice, Smart Mark Sterling defeated Jordan Cross and Rennie D. Sterling wasn't wearing a net brace for the first time in a long time. Ness and Woods connected an assisted net breaker for the win. We have Saraya Deeb versus Nikki Victory. Deeb locked in a nurse nasty submission, shot at Victory's head, stretched out shoulders from the back for the win. Her fourth straight singles win since her loss at ROH Death for Dishonor. Private Party defeated Brandon Gordon and JDX. Mallory came on stage for his match just like Private Party did for a couple of weeks ago. Meanwhile, in the ring, Gore hit with a gin and juice to give Private Party the win. So Private Party wins, and this Matt Hardy Private Party storyline is going to continue. Sky Blue defeated Diamond. Diamond had her own counter with Brock Lesnar's guest German suplexes. She went for the Cazadora, but Blue countered into a flatliner for the win. This is the most both competitive and best match on the show. And honestly, I need one question. Are they using Diamond in Dynamite and do something big with her? This would benefit her quite well. Alright, we got Maria Sheffer and Nia Rose with Guerrero versus Madison Rain, Queen Anita. New AEW signing when Coach Reigns started MMA. Sheffer, Reigns started on the offense, distracted by Guerrero, which gave Sheffer the upper hand. Rose and Sheffer started double teaming Reigns, but Amita came in quickly just to be another victim of their own opponents. Rose and Sheffer dominated Amita with quick tags. Both Reigns and Rose got their own hot tags. Rose showed more dominance to quickly dispose of Reigns with assisted double team DDT for the win. Also stopped Mina from breaking up an in. Rose went barreling towards her in the corner. They kind of switched places on the apron. That was cool. My thoughts, I still think Sheffer is green. And Nyla Rose has not been used that much. Get her on Rose on Dynamite more. It's time for Nyla Rose singles career agenda to be started. And honestly, on this, my opinion on Elevation, it was a good Elevation But I still think that Shafir's green. And I don't know what's going on with Woods and Nice, so something. So anyway, that was Elevation. Ooh, okay. Okay, Doc. Let's start with, not surprisingly, Nice and Josh Woods, with Sterling defeating Sterling Grayson and Brandon Gore. Basically, Grayson strikes a few elbow strikes to Woods. Basically, start things off. Woods responded with knee strike. That was basically that. Moments later, Nice helped Woods hit assisted fallaway side to pick up another victory. This was another victory for Tony Nice and Josh Woods. My thoughts for the future, like, they should be having a storyline by now. But Tony Khan, he got it. Okay, we got Murray Schiffer and Rose defeating Laney Luck. Luck tried to outsmart mover Schiffer early on, but Schiffer was having none of it and delivered a few judo throws to take advantage. When Luck tried to roll over ring cover, Rose threw her ring right back in. Schiffer eventually wanted to submit Luck with an armbar. Schiffer wins. Honestly, she's still green, but she's getting better, so Nyla Rose should be back on Dynamite wrestling matches, because keep her on Elevation doesn't make sense. Alright, we got Zach Clayton versus Serpentico, the past FTW title challenger. Traps Sakeko in the corner and nailed him with a few elbow shots. Serpentico eventually hit a few takedowns, which got a rapture for the crowd. Clayton will regain control of Serpentico, missed the top rope move. Seconds later, Clayton hits Serpentico with a lariat for the victory. Yeah, Clayton in AEW is perfect. Mainstream attention, other things. Yeah. Okay, Julia Hart defeated Misa Kate. Hart battered Kate early on for locking her signature Heartless submission for another win. My thoughts were it. Well, they better make Julia Hart the leader of the House of Black. So, that's my thoughts. Sarita Deeb defeated Saraya. Deeb trapped Saraya on the mat early seconds, applying multiple versions of submissions. Saraya got a free moment when she escaped out of a hole and stepped on Deeb's back. When the professor took a disrespect, Saraya was also able to get a super kick with a Deeb chop, block her knee, eventually locked in a Serena lock for a submission win. Deeb won, and I think she's perfect for a Combat Club. Let's see what she could do. We got Private Party versus Robert Anthony and GBA. GBA took Mark Quinn to school. The bell rang, ran down a few strikes. The advantage would last long as Quinn took back control of a few double team movers with Isaac Cassidy. So let the Anthony come in about, but the fate we worse as we see the end of the Gin and Juice and giving Private Party another victory as a late. My thoughts, the Private Party Matt Hardy story is advancing well. Elevation is pretty good. That's important. Alright, we go to the main event of Elevation. The main event of Dark. RH World Champion Claudio Castagnoli versus Ari Daivari defeated Ari Daivari to retain the title. Let's talk about the match. Castagnoli took Daivari to the mat. Bell ran the bout, quickly spilled to the outside of Castagnoli, getting one runner uppercut for Daivari ducked. The second one began to work down the right knee of the Blackpool Combat Club's resident Swiss superstar. Castagnoli's knee continued to hinder him through the bout, letting Daivari perform moves just as diving body press and the near fall. That didn't matter. A long rest, Castagnoli would go on to nail Daivari with Ricola Bomb for the win to retain the title. My thoughts as RH World Title main event is that, Kai Castagnoli has the title defense at Dex Run on Friday. Can't wait for that. Also, is that they're going to do with Ring of Honor? World title, Ring of Honor, basically. I don't know what's going on in Ring of Honor. So, anyway, here's my thoughts about Dark. It was a pretty short Dark. It was not perfect. The main event was okay. It was good. The main event was good. The match was okay, but some of them not my cup of tea. Some of them are skippable. That's my thoughts on Dark. Yeah, that was pretty much. Alright, let's get to Dynamite. We're getting there. Alright, we're gonna get there. Alright, let's go to the recap. Tony Khan trying backstage, of course, of booze. Yeah, we all know. This is important. Now, all because that will be the topic after Rampage review. That will be the topic explanation. Alright, Tony Khan showing backstage, of course, the booze. The AEW World Championship, Trios Championship has been vacated. The Trios Championship will be crowned tonight between Best Friends and Jeff Triangle. When it comes to the World Championship, that's going to be crowned at AEW Grand Slam by tournament. So the positions will be Darby will face Guevara, while Page will face Danielson. Jericho Moxley will beat the winners in the semifinals. And yeah, that's what Tony Khan's announcing. And you know the situation, yeah, with Punk and the Young Bucks and Omega was pretty bad. Punk was injured, but he will face disciplinary actions. Don't worry. CM Punk will face disciplinary actions. He has disappointed us. CM Punk is a fraud. That's what I gotta say about CM Punk. My thoughts. Now let's go to MJF coming on. Josh Allen jersey to huge ovation. Buffalo the Devil's back. He runs over, gets Taz a hug. The crowd is screaming MJF. It's the last time we saw him, he might have been offensive, but they all agree he couldn't mean any of it. He was just kidding. He claims he loves AEW. He will never leave as he leaves an AEW chant. He claims he didn't mean when he called man stupid marks. Yeah, he is all about working smart, not hard, so he's not working that tournament. He has a chip that guarantees him a title shot where he wants. Khan is paying him a boatload of money. MJF said he will win the world title because he's MJF. He's better than all of you, and you know it. So yet, what MJF is saying that he worked everybody into work to get everyone to believe he's going to leave AEW, but he did it. So he's here to stay. All right, we go to Moxley, make his way to the ring, say MJF's full of crap. MJF then turn on the crowd, said trash their football team. Well, he wipes his ass to Josh Allen jersey, throws it to the crowd. MJF said he doesn't care about people. AEW sees the belt as a chip in the bidding war of 224. He said he will take it to a real company, real fans, real wrestlers like American roller coaster Cody Rhodes. And then he talks about he wants to work for jolly old State Nick. The only kind that matters because that's what's best for business. And he quotes his favorite wrestler of the game, says that would be best for business. Then Lisa Moxley in no mood, tells MJF to leave now, he'll make him. MJF takes off his shirt but then leaves. Moxley and MJF's theme sucks. Moxley's pissed off for right reasons, but mainly because he doesn't have that belt, only the worldly possessions that matters. He says the fact remains on Sunday he lost, that's on him. He's supposed to be on vacation about 2 days ago. Isn't just waiting time for Moxley, it's just time to be a legend. Moxley walks out to the ramp and motions 3 as he stands back of the crowd. This was a great Moxley promo. He talks about that he failed to lost the title to Punk, which we'll talk about the topics at the Rampage. This is a big one. I promise you it's going to be that big. Like Moxley says when he's time to be a legend, it's time. He will become a 3-time world champion. So let's go to Death Triangle. Defeated Best Friends in Kansas City to become a new Trios champion. Yes. Death Triangle and Best Friends had a huge, amazing matchup. And now Death Triangle, now the Trios champion. Yeah, unfortunately, the Elite was stripped because of their antics with CM Punk, which was uncalled for, was stupid. But anyway, let's get to the part. Let's go to backstage. Shivani is with Dark Order. Jose interrupts. Jose gonna try to buy Preston Vance 10. Silver pushes away. Andrade Rush walks up. Sean Silver, Rush, Aguryu, and lead the fight. Andrade tosses a crunch of 10, and Dark Order wonder what this is about. So the backstage segment is telling us that Preston Vance 10 is leaving Dark Order to join Andrade's group, which it makes sense. They need a big muscle. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan. We're gonna have Los Ingobernables versus Dark Order, with Preston Vance 10 turning on Dark Order. Alright, Then we got the AEW Women's World Eliminator Tournament. Tony Storm defeated Penelope Ford. This was a good women's match. This was a second match. And it was impressive. Tony Storm did a great job wrestling. She is a great champion. She beat Penelope Ford. Penelope Ford did the best she could. But that was what it is. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, that's my thoughts. She was a great champ. Storm is a good champion, and Ford did the best she could. That's my thoughts. Okay, Asher Bronson said not to go after his boy Hook. You think Hook's crazy? Think of him. So basically, Asher Bronson talks about last Sunday, when he saved Hook from the two Canadian boys, like Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Angelo. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The acclaimed music hits. A Swerve Our Glory interrupt the master boos. Strickland says sorry, but do people want these Corey jokes? People chant yes, said asshole. Then Billy Gunn says Swerve Boy is in your house no more. This is Daddy's house. Then Bowen said 2 weeks, the Encore chance of taking the belts now. Says at me, daddy ass. That was basically the segment. Swerve Strickland was being the heel. He played a great job as a heel. Then Billy Gunn said about Swerve Boy saying daddy ass. So basically, Billy Gunn's new nickname is Daddy Ass. So that's apparently. Then we got the Sesame, the Acclaimed, and that's great. I want to see more of that, like next week. So yeah, let's hope for more of that. Yeah. Backstage, Tosha bonds with Jericho, Appreciate Society. Jericho says he's better than ever. He's better. He said 400 years ago, Ponce de Leon couldn't find a fountain of youth, but Coraza de Leon did. He's the best wrestler, best sports entertainer. He's going to be an 8-time world champion in his locker room. No one can take it from him. So basically backstage, Jericho was talking about he was better than everyone else. He talks about Ponce de Leon, said he couldn't find a fountain of youth. But he talks about Coraza de Leon did. He talks about Fountain of Youth. He talks about he's the best wrestler and a sports entertainer. He talks about being an 8-time world champion in his locker room, and no one says no one's gonna take it from him. That's what it's about. That's my thoughts. Now we got Wardlow defeated Tony Nese to retain the TNT champion. We got a post-match where Wardlow drags Mark Sterling in the ring. Woods came out safe and pulled Sterling out of the ring. Wardlow grabs a mic, saying he heard a lot on the internet, lost momentum. He says, time to remind everyone in the record room, his fans, this is Wardlow's world. What I get for the post-match is next week's Rampage, we're going to have Wardlow versus Josh Woods. And also we got a Wardlow promo that he's trying to remind everyone that this is Wardlow's world. And he's pissed off that here's our internet talks about his lowest momentum. And now we got a hype video for Darby Allin Guevara. What it's talking about, hype video says that Allin said he doesn't respect Sammy anymore. He even gonna leave Sting behind the back, ask Sammy to do the same. It's basically Sammy and Guevara, Sammy and Darby Allin it's basically about Allin not respecting Sammy no more, and Sam might cheat to win. It's not like that. That's my thoughts on this hype video for Guevara and Darby Allin. Then we got the AEW World Championship Tournament match. Danielson defeated Hangman Page. The end of the match, Hangman tried to go for the buckshot lariat. Danielson reverses the roll-ups and bridges to stop Page from kicking out to get the win. So basically, Lisa Jericho facing Danielson next week. What I get for this match that Danielson will most likely face Jericho next week and beat him, and they'll lead to Bryanson versus Moxley at the finals. That's what I see out of this. Okay. Then we go to the hype video for Jungle Boy. It's revealed that Christian has some surgery. Jungle Boy says Christian is prolonging the inevitable. So, and then he turns his attention to Luchasaurus, says, I care of you for 3 years. People say you were a joke, and maybe you're right. You can move on from your past. Sometimes you have to destroy it. So Jungle Boy is pissed that Luchasaurus turned on him and attacked him, and Jungle Boy told Christian he's a coward and a bastard, mostly like that. So the feud is going to continue with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. That's most likely going to happen. That's my thoughts on this whole hype video for Jungle Boy. That's my thoughts. Then we go to the Stock with halfway Outwards group, Gun Club, Ethan Page, Lee Murad, and W. Morrison. Staff member tells him time is up. Halfway drops on the mic. The group then beats the staff member down. Pretty much the segment is about them being a group, being tired, denied time, treated with disrespect, and they're pissed off. Most is about this, and we get to see the more big man, W. Morrison, so that's good. And honestly, halfway being a manager is perfect, so that's my thoughts on this. But what's what happened with Jay Cargill going forward? That's going to be a difficult time, but it's Jay Cargill. We don't know. Anyway, then now we go to Rampage preview. Talk about the previews. They got Guevara, Allen, Kalia, Dax for the Raw title, Breaker, Master Rain, and we also hear from Samoa Joe. The Rampage review book come after the Dynamite review, so it's a thought given. Then we got Garcia come out to huge ovation from the crowd. So now it's the main event. Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta for the RH Pure Championship. Garcia defeated Wheeler Yuta to win the title. Apparently, Garcia applies the Dragon Tamer. Yuta taps out after some hesitation. Then there's a post-match. Yuta Garcia shake hands. Bronson came out and put the title on Garcia's waist. Jericho comes out pissed, and Garcia dances and shakes hands. So what I get from the ending, that match that Garcia was most likely going to win is his hometown. That makes sense. And what I get from the post-match, that Jericho's pissed. Garcia's turning babyface, joining Bryan Danielson. Jericho is pissed off. It's going to lead. I see Jericho versus Daniel Garcia in the future. And I think what's going to happen is that something will happen with Garcia that will accidentally cost Jericho the victory. Like, Garcia will start Jericho for cheating, and that's why Bryan Danielson will win that match, next week's match. Most likely that will happen. I see it as most likely happening. So, what are my thoughts on Dynamite? Even though it started badly with the situation with Tony Khan and the Trio Champion World Championship situation with the Bucks and Omega and Punk, which that we talked on topics. But anyway, basically Dynamite was still a banging Dynamite. We got an amazing main event for a Ring of Our Pure Championship. And we got some progress with Jungle Boy. That's good. There's some positives. Let's see, more positives. Like, honestly, is that good? We had the return to NJF. We got Moxley had a big promo, cutting a promo that was legendary. He will win the AEW World Champion, become a 3-time World Champion. And I see NJF Moxley main eventing Full Gear. I hope that to happen. Yes, they did a main event previously before, but there was no crowd. I think it's a time to do it, pull the trigger on that main event. Full Gear will have a big crowd, and that's probably will be it. Alright, before we get into Rampage, let's talk about the CM Punk media scrum. This is more important to understand. Like, see, CM Punk, he talked about something about Cabana and shit. Like, he talked about shit about Cabana. They refused to pay for him. And CM Punk also, he talked about that Cabana and his mother has a joint bank account. It was a fallout. The friendship ended in 2014. More like that. It was quite aggressive. But there's more to it. He talks shit about the EVPs. Like, CM Punk talks shit about the EVPs on the media scrum. He said they can't manage a target. They spread bullshit lies about Punk on rumors and other shit and stuff. Like, the old Mega and the Bucks are bad EVPs. this shows that the Omega, the Bucks are horrible EVPs. No, Omega, he did great. He could bring women, but no, he's a shit ass EVP associated with the Bucks. You know, and you see Tony Khan like nodding and agreeing. So there's more to that with Tony Khan. So basically, what I see with Tony Khan is he's pretty tired of the Bucks and Omega fucking things up in AEW, driving Cody away and everything out. So I see more of like Tony Khan being pissed at the Bucks and Omega. Something needs to be done, and that's my opinion on the whole media scrum CM Punk. I mean, CM Punk's media scrum. That's my opinion. Like, we need new VPs. That's what I'm gonna say. All right. Here's Rampage review or recap, what to call it.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. I am Richie Augusto, and welcome to AgostoAllElite podcast, where we talk about pro wrestling in various companies. We talk about AEW, GCW, ROH, New Japan, somewhat NXT or WWE. But anyway, come to AgostoAllElite podcast, where we'll have conversation about wrestling and other stuff related to wrestling. So come to AgostoAllElite podcast for some wrestling content.
Alright, let's get to Rampage. Let's start with Guevara versus Darby Allin. Alright, Darby Allin versus Guevara for the AEW World Title Grand Slam Tournament match qualifier. Anna Jay distracted the referee, allowed Guevara the chance to hit a low blow on Allin. Tay Miller slid Allin's skateboard in the ring. Guevara powerbombed Allin onto it. Sammy got the pin with his finisher. Rolled Allin's skateboard down the ramp after the match to taunt him. Sting was not present. Guevara will now face Moxley in the semifinals. My thoughts on this is that maybe, yes, Guevara's going to face Moxley, but I see Guevara feuding with Darby Allin sooner than we thought. So yeah, I see something out of this is like Darby Allin Sting will interfere and Moxley will beat Guevara. That's what I see out of this. Mostly out of this, yeah. Alright, the ROH World Television Champion came out to the ring. He introduced himself. He says he'll go back to being AEW. Joe says he owns the fans a lot of violence, but he's here and open for business. Then we get Mark Sterling. Woods and Nice interrupted him. Woods say he deserves a ROH World TV title shot for saving Sterling's life on Dynamite. Joe agrees and wants to fight him right now. Sterling interrupts and he will do the match next week in Albany on Rampage, not tonight in Buffalo. So, mostly we're going to get out of this at next Rampage. We're going to have in Albany. We're going to have Samoa Joe versus Josh Woods for the ROH World TV title. That's what I see. I see Samoa Joe beating Woods. That's what I see coming out of this. Or I see the feud continuing with Woods and Nice. Like Samoa Joe continue the feud with Sterling, Woods, and Nice. And so I would see more out of this feud. Like after the match next week. Yeah, most likely. Alright, we got Miro appearing on screen in promo. He talks about God as a fraud. He talks about the gold hangs around the waist of other men. Like Miro says he should be in the AEW World Title tournament. Yes, he is he did win the TNT Championship. I think, yeah, he won the TNT Championship. Should Miro be in the tournament? Yes, he should have been in the tournament. It was the Tournament of Champions. But anyway, yeah, Miro's having a feud with somebody. So I don't know what they're building towards. So anyway, let's go on. Alright, we got Saria D versus Madison Rayne. And the match was pretty good. It was a women's match, usual. Saria D defeated Madison Rayne by submission. It led to Deeb getting the victory. I see Deeb like going to Combat Club someday in the future. But right now, Deeb is dominating for the victories. Right? Maybe he should win the AEW, the Ring of Honor Women's World Title or the AEW Women's World Title. That's a possibility. Oh, We got the AEW TVS champion, Trey Gargel, cut a promo on her win over Athena at All Out. She wondered if anyone could stop her after 37 straight wins. She said she wouldn't be slowing down anytime soon. Well, this is a Jade Cargill promo. So she's going to continue dominating victories after victory. She's going to be here anytime soon. Jade Cargill will defend the title at Arthur Ashe Stadium against an opponent. I don't know who, but it could be any woman. Let's see. Maybe they could add the stakes with Massive Reign, do something with that. Yeah. Most likely. Then we go to a Powerhouse Hobbs promo on how the factory failed to get the job done against Ricky Starks. So he put Starks 6 feet deep and all out. Then Hobbs declared himself to be the monster as he will now show everyone how he can be a beast in the ring. This promo showcase Hobbs as a future main event star. That he's gonna be big. Yeah. This shows Power Hobbs. He's going to be there for a long time in AEW. I don't know what's going to be with Starks. Ricky Starks, he's getting a push as well. So, see to it. Anyway, yeah, Starks is going to feud with Jericho, and Hobbs will feud with a babyface I'm thinking Moxley. So, let's go to Mark Henry interviewing people for the main event. William Regal said he hired Dax Harwood, so you know how good Dax is, but he's not as good as Claudio Castagnoli. Dax said he knows what he's up against, but this is how he feeds his fan. Tonight he will win the ROH World Championship. This promo interview, people for the main event, is Regal talks about Dax Harwood as a good wrestler, and Dax knows he's not good as Claudio Castagnoli. But it also tells Dax knows what he's up against, and he wants to feed his family, and he wants to win the ROH World title. I don't think he's gonna win, but Dax was still so much put a big effort, like a slobber knocker or something. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's go to the ROH World Championship matchup. Castagnoli retained already IWGP AAA ROH World Tag Team Champion Dax Harwood. Honestly, this was a slobber knocker. Honestly, it was. They actually beat the hell out of each other. Yes, it was a great match, but it was kind of long. And honestly, it was kind of long. It was not too long, but kind of long. The crowd seemed was flat and pretty much dead. Honestly, yeah, they were dead. The fans were dead. The crowd did not cheer loudly. They were dead. We didn't hear sounds, but they were probably tired at the end of the night. Honestly, yeah. Then a lot of people left before Rampage taping even started. That's another reason. Faithfully, Rampage will be live, so that's a good thing. And my opinion on Rampage for this week, it's a pretty good Rampage episode. You could watch it. It's like a 1 hour Rampage. It's not that bad. The main event's a bit long and a little stale and flat, but it's a main event. It's always going to be a main event. We got the ROH Women's World Television Champions, Mojo Kun promos, but still, it was a good Rampage, regardless. I can't wait for next week's Dynamite with Guevara versus Moxley and Bryan Danielson versus Jericho. I cannot wait for those matches. So, that's my opinion on Rampage. It is a great Rampage. Okay, let's go to the topic situation with CM Punk. Let's talk about CM Punk EVP situation. Okay, the altercation went on, let's see. The CM Punk and the Elite altercation went about 6 minutes. It had Brandon Cutler, Pat Buck, and Christopher Daniels. They were trying to defuse the situation. It's understanding why, because it would have been a violent brawl. But that's understanding, That's okay, but, honestly, it's what it is. Regarding Punk's steel side of the story, the Bucks approached
Like, here's the story what it's about. For now, we heard that the Bucks, we thought the Bucks took the door, but actually the Bucks approached Punk's locker room, and Punk wasn't answering the door after working a long blade match. He was finished with a Russian scrum. The Bucks poorly bounded on the door. There was some claim to kick the door, but didn't. They just want to talk to him, and Punk punched him, so that that's the way it escalated. So apparently Steele's wife was in Punk's locker room, and she was watching Larry the dog. Steele told people that his wife was being in the vicinity of the incident with me and go ballistic. Omega Pearly did not seem nearly as upset initially, but things got out of hand, and he ended up getting bit by Steele. Yeah, Ace Steele did something unprofessional. He should not bite Kenny Omega. Was not cool. Don't bite a worker. That's not cool. That's one thing we could do. Don't bite a worker. And then we got some back and forth talk that did not stop after the brawl. So many people are not in favor of the way Punk handled things. That's a no-brainer. Like, Punk is like controversial in a bad way. Yeah, honestly, yeah. So, yeah, even times where usually back Punk either said that's not what they had done or had come in on the record. Yeah, that's a big question. So, like, several long-time AEW wrestlers are saying they don't understand Punk and how Punk cannot be let go after this. And that's more understanding. Punk should have been, like, suspended or... Like, he should have been fired for causing this, but we don't know with Tony Khan, so next week we'll get an answer. There's uncertainty over Wednesday Dynamite. Like, this Wednesday Dynamite with several wrestlers unsure of their creativity for the show. So the word from AEW, there was no sign of heat between MJF and Punk before Punk took a shot at him during Scrum. There were also rampant rumors of Steel and Punk both being done with AEW, but people close to say they haven't been informed of any departures yet. That's weird, but anyway, let's continue on. Mostly, yeah, it's like... departure is a departure. If CM Punk want to leave, that's their choice. But here's the thing, many on AEW roster believe that Punk is still not let go. Heavy amends we need to be made. Yeah, that's most likely. Punk is still need to make amends. That should be done. Because what were they thinking? Think hard. Meltzer reported that the current belief that nobody involved in the fight will be a Dynamite this week. We got other stories where originally booked Jericho and Moxley among them showed up to replace them. Also, Sports Illustrated reports that those at the AEW received suspensions for their involvement immediately occur at their all-out. It includes Omega, the Bucks, Pat Buck, Christopher Daniels, Michael Nakazawa, and Brandon Cutler. There are multiple sources that share that Punk and Ace Steel will either be among these suspended or no longer with the company at the end of the week. That's a no-brainer. They should be, like, fired or at least get a long suspension. At least. Alright, here's my the questions. Should AEW have new EVPs? Yeah. Like, honestly, they need new EVPs. Like, Kenny and the Mega and the Bucks are horrible EVPs, They don't need to be EVPs. They're wrestlers. They don't need to be EVPs. The only people that need to be EVPs are like that don't wrestle anymore. They have experience, knowledge of pro wrestling, and the Punks and Mega should get suspended for like a long-term suspension, 6-month suspension. They can come back, and they're gonna rework earn their trust. That's what it's gonna be, and that's my opinion on EVPs. So another question, will AEW bounce back from this? Yeah, it will always bounce back. AEW is a big product, it's a good alternative. It's going to bounce back regardless of the situation. Okay, so what's the punishment should be for Punk after investigation going forward? Honestly, he should be fired in my book. Now, Punk, people say I think it's a suspension, but most likely he should be fucking fired. CM Punk should be fired. He's a toxic piece of shit. He always will be. He bullshits. He cusses people out. I do agree that the EVPs are irresponsible pricks. Omega and the Bucks. Lazy as bitches. But
CM Punk went too far. He should be fired. And you know what? Tony Khan should share the blame. I'm sorry. Tony Khan should share the fucking blame. Like, Tony Khan is a failure. Right, as of right now, he's a failure. He should have fixed this shit. Remove the Bucks and Omega from the EVP status. Fire CM Punk. Put your trust into Bryan Danielson, Moxley, and Jericho. That should be going forward. You know what? I don't think I think it might happen, but Tony Khan don't have a spine. He's too nice. And he's a straight up pussy. Tony Khan is a spineless pussy. Anyone disagree with me can kiss my ass. Yeah. Alright, let's talk about All Out's estimate pay-per-view buys. Let's talk about that topic. Alright. Yeah, AEW All Out estimated this year with 135,000 buys, between 135,000 and 142,000 buys. Yeah, the number is down from last year's company best 205 buys from All Out. According to Meltz this week, the newsletter, the total pay-per-view investment for Sunday All Out is between 135,000 and 142,000. Regardless of the final number resting rate, the match's total drop from last year's event, which generates 205 buys. So the range includes both streaming and cable satellite, which is estimated on returns because of the long-term period, which is liner providers taking, finalizing everything. Now, most of say estimates based on less information than usual. So honestly, here's my question: did a lack of build hurt AEW All Out? Sadly, yes, it hurt because they had no build. It was a little too fast. That the build had short builds, it didn't help anything. Like, I don't know why, but the build was lacking. No lack of builds. That's what I feel. Like, Tony Khan need to do better. Like, get new EVPs. Get Malenko. Get Arn Anderson. Get Dustin Rhodes. Make them EVPs. Do us all a fucking favor. I don't think he's going to do it. Tony Khan is, again, spineless wimp. Tony Khan's a spineless wimp. Alright, let's go to the WWE topic. Shawn Michaels promoted to WWE's Senior Advisor of Talent Development Creative. Well, he's been promoted again. It was on a press release of the creation of NXT Europe, which is going to be bad. It's going to hurt the wrestling scene worse. So, what it is. So, eventually, yes, you all know, after Vince McMahon's retirement. So, honestly, for his promotion, Michaels says he'll return to see creative and NXT while being in the charge of development and talent in WWE's development brand. Then Michaels will also oversee the expansion of NXT brand, including the expansion of NXT UK into NXT Europe, which is planned to launch in 2023. Yeah. So I got one question out of this, like would it hurt the wrestling UK scene? Yeah, it's gonna hurt it a little more, and it is. And I'm worried about wrestling. I heard about Asia, other countries. Like NXT, like Triple H needs to stay out of Japan, Mexico, and that's about it. Like, stay away from New Japan and Mexico. Stay away from them. We don't want to see NXT Mexico or NXT Japan. No one wants to see that shit. Nobody wants to see that fucking shit. Seriously. Alright, fuck it. Anyway. One more thing. Okay. What's gonna be? Alright. Here's my opinion on the whole thing. Tony Khan. I'm gonna say this one more time with Tony Khan. Tony Khan, grow a spine. Stop being a pussy. Get new EVPs. Grow balls. And I said there was another update this weekend. Apparently, Tony Khan was tired of the Bucks and Omega for being irresponsible EVPs, I heard. And there was another update. I just got another update from AEW. Apparently, Tony Khan is going to strip the Bucks and Omega of the EVPs. And we're getting new EVPs this week. So I will give you the update next week. next Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I'll see you next Saturday for AgostoAllElite podcast. So, bye.